What's up, guys? I have a question for anyone who cares to contribute, and I also wanted to show off a little bit of this game I've been designing. So, regulars to my channel know that for the last 2.5 years, I've been designing my own point-and-click adventure game in Adventure Game Studio. I've been learning how to code, mostly teaching myself with assistance from the very patient people at the Adventure Game Studio forums. But I've been learning, and it's been a really rewarding process. And so I've been developing this game, and it's a first-person point-and-click adventure game in the style of Myst and Return to Zork and The Seventh Guest and that kind of thing. And so the puzzles I've been designing have reflected those games where there's been, environment puzzles like what you would find in Myst, inventory object puzzles like what you'd find in Return to Zork. And lately I've been bringing in these logic puzzles like the kinds you would find in The Seventh Guest. And so it's really fun to take these classic logic puzzles and try to find ways to adapt them to video game format, to code them. That's a puzzle unto itself. And I was just really tickled with myself yesterday because I was able to figure out a very simple way. And once the game comes out, I might actually do a tutorial on how to design this puzzle because it's fun to do. But I found out a simple way to do the Peg Solitaire puzzle. Now, Peg Solitaire is a game that has been around since the 17th century, but most people, at least most people in America, will know it as that game that they have sitting on the table at Cracker Barrel. And before you ask, the game itself is public domain. Cracker Barrel owns the rights to that particular design. But anyway, with this part of the game where I'm doing these logic puzzles, I had an idea for how I could code Peg Solitaire. And it ended up, I've done 3 of these logic puzzles so far. One of which was a chess puzzle that almost drove me insane. That's chess for you. And then there's another one. But I've done 3 so far. And they're really fun to figure out how to make. And this one's pretty straightforward, and anyone who knows how to code can probably already guess how I put this one together. But they're fun to do, and I've been trying to think of new ideas for puzzles, for the logic puzzles to play in the game, things like Peg Solitaire. And so that's where I'm turning the microphone over to you guys out there in YouTube land. If you, what are some cool logic puzzles like this that you would love to see made in a video game? This one was already done in The Seventh Guest, I believe, but it was just such a cool and easy idea that I couldn't not include my own Peg Solitaire game in the game I'm designing. So can you think of others? I've been thinking about different ones, different ideas, and I'm just curious if you guys can think of something, maybe a cool logic puzzle you remember doing from way back when, and that kind of thing. So if you have something, feel free to suggest it, and if you'd like, I would be willing to compensate you by giving you a design credit in the credits of the game. So let me know. I'm opening the floor to you. And I'm embarrassed that I need to go on the internet and find a walkthrough for the puzzle that I've already designed.